Gumo's Hideout group of the Ori All Skills Tournament. We're going to see who takes first away from this group, who takes the glory. I'm Sigma. I'm joined by Richard. We are ready to watch this shocker of a match.
And this is actually a rematch from the round of 32 in last year's All Skills Tournament between CheeseLover and Monkley. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup between these two. Sigma, do you want to talk a little bit about the group overall here?
Yeah, first I just want to say again, in case you didn't hear me the first time because the stream was muted, it's CheeseLover versus Monkley. This is the matchup that we've all been waiting for out of these groups, and we are just going to be along for a sick ride right here.
And so as we can see here, this is going to be the final matchup in the Gumo's Hideout group. Monkley coming in as the top seed, and CheeseLover just starting to practice after tournament submissions ended, has been grinding his time down pretty well. And so this is going to be, yet again, another close matchup between these two players.
Yeah, these best race times are basically hand in hand. Monkley only with a 7-second, I can't add, 9-second advantage. I'm already losing my mind and the race hasn't even started. But 9 seconds means almost nothing. That's barely more than a cycle. So this race is just going to be crazy.
Yeah, and talking a little bit about these players, both of these players have PB'd in the last couple of days. CheeseLover was actually on PB pace earlier today. And Monkley managing to get the 30:59 today, the sub 31. As you can see from their PBs from last year at the bottom, both of these players have improved over 4 minutes or nearly 5 minutes throughout the last year, but they are still very close in skill level.
Yeah, it was just amazing. We saw this matchup as one of the closest bracket matches in the first round of the Ori tournament last year, and as fate would have it, here we are again in groups, Cheese and Monkley fighting. Monkley going for revenge, Cheese trying to take that streak and put Monkley down into second place in the groups, but it's going to be a tough match for both players. They both really want to win it, and we're going to see some awesome stuff for sure.
Yes, this will be a very good match. Both of these players so far in both of their matches have had very solid performances for races. And so a little bit about Monkley is both of his race times are within 3 seconds of each other with a 32:24 and a 32:27. Cheese, having played against Puga a little bit earlier in the group stage, had a 34:36 in that match, but against Fant he had a 32:33. So things are really shaping up to be a close match, and any small mistake by either of these players will cause, a very tough hill for them to climb.
Yeah, that's for sure. Both these guys, I mean, Monkley, if he's able to repeat that, consistent performance, coming in with a low 32 again, that might be enough to take the win, but I'm sure he's going to be looking to putting on an even better show, get a lower time, because Cheese can easily pull out a 31 or even a 30 in this race, and Monkley's going to need to be on the top of his game if he wants to take the win here. So we are about to get going. I can't believe it. It's time. Cheese versus Monkley. Tell your friend this is the place to be right now.
Yeah, and both of these players starting up here. So a little interesting note to start with. We're going to see Monkley do a color code on the right side here. This is something that he opts to do at the beginning of every single run, and CheeseLover is not going to do that. So Monkley here with a nice, a light green color, I'd say, going towards their first skill of Spirit.
Yeah, I actually saw Monkley did 2 color codes here. He got light pink first, and he threw it away, opting instead for a different color, risking the dark purple, but he is, going through now. He's got a good color, nothing that's too hard to see against the background, so that always makes you feel good when you do a color code at the start and you're not invisible.
Yeah, and that's definitely a point of concern, especially when he's going up against such a well-established player like Cheese. it's not something that you want to do, risking, you know, having that dark purple and losing some time in the early game. But Monkley just wanting to do what he does every single run and is going to be feeling a little bit, not maybe as comfortable as he wants to, with a little bit of trouble in that Frankie fight.
Yeah, it does look like Monkley, is a little bit behind here out of that Frankie fight. Just a second may not matter too much, but honestly, with a race like this, it might come down to that. And Cheese nails the precise jump over that first spike on the ground. Monkley catching up a little bit on the edge, so Cheese off to a bit of a better start here, but as I say that, gets hung up on the jump pad, and Monkley is back ahead already.
With so many lead changes to start in just the first 2 minutes of this race, you know, what are we going to see now?
This is what we signed up for. I'm strapped in. I've got my, harness ready because I'd be falling out of my chair otherwise. Monkley takes a quick check to his UI there, wants to make sure he has 2 health. They're hitting the slime exactly the same time, and I believe both players at 1 health here. Cheese slightly faster, grabbing the key. Cheese is gonna die just frames ahead of Monkley going through this first ghost door.
And now both of these players are going to be getting this 4th health. This is an active decision by both of them, wanting to opt for this extra padding of safety in the early game. So getting this health, and it looks like both of them having pretty similar movement throughout that, and they're going to be coming down here towards wall jump.
Oh man, it's so close right now. Players frame to frame. Monkley getting the health animation here means he has to get held up for a bit. I guess Cheese managed to get it earlier on, so that's a 40 frame advantage for Cheese just from that. But RNG has no place in this run after the first segment, for the most part, and we'll just be relying purely on these players' skill to take us through the rest of the game. Both players damage boosting through this last wall, heading down to wall jump now. See either level on the way down. Cheese gets it on the way down. Monkley will grab it on the way up. So
Monkley not getting the level on the way down.
Yeah.
This is actually distinct from what he normally does in his wall jump split. He opts to go for leveling up on the way down, but unfortunately his XP routing was just a little bit too low, so he's going to have to adapt on the fly, going back out and into BRB, because he's going to be most likely collecting a fair amount of experience that he's not used to on the way up.
Yeah, that is true. I think he'll be able to handle it at his level of experience. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. And we also saw a quick flash of UI after he missed the level up, so he knows that he'll be in range to level up off this roof flower. As long as this movement goes smoothly for Monkley over on the right here, grabs the flower, grabs the 3 XP, he gets all of this. Now, we'll see how much experience he picks up. Just 9 there, so that shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't throw him too far off what he's used to.
Oh, and actually, wow, taking a lead over Cheese on the Trojan log there, that is not actually a log, but it is this floating rock that Cheese having just a little bit of trouble. Losing a couple seconds, but, just enough to give Monkley that lead coming up towards the top and heading over towards BRB.
Yeah, you have to just claw for the seconds in the early game here. That's what you need to do. Monkley is ahead of Cheese. Nothing Cheese can do but hop and look at Monkley's Ori in the front of him there, as Monkley is going to be the first one getting down into Blackroot. This area is spooky as heck, though. It's very easy to lose a cycle. And
collecting 8 XP there.
Yeah, but he had enough health to survive. Just 1 health left. That would have been a catastrophic death. But he'll be able to get into Blackroot, circling his mouse there to indicate. Wow, I'm glad.
Both of them menuing at the same time. Monkley leveling up Rekindle here, as he's only 29 experience away from his next level up, and he's going to be able to kill 2 slimes in this area and collect their XP for 24 experience, so he's 5 XP away for his Frankie walk.
Yeah, you want to be as close to level as possible. And Monkley is at a nice range too, where if he happens to miss 1 slime, just 1 kill is enough to put him in range. He has this experience from the slime at the start of the orb room in a good position. He should be able to grab it on the way over, but looks okay. Actually, that 10 rolled down. He has to stop, go down, and take it, and that lets Cheese get ahead apparently.
Oh no! Cheese dropping the orb. That is very unfortunate. So Monkley going to take a lead here. It takes a while for that orb to fall.
Yeah, and here's the important thing. I think Monkley can still just barely, if everything goes clean here, if he gets past these lasers fast, he can still make the optimal platform cycle in Blackroot for the non-reload cycle, whereas Cheese, with that fall, has definitely dropped So Monkley will be coming out to about an 8-second
Monkley,
here, and he gets
nice
that cycle.
done. Making it up to that cycle. So Cheese gonna be losing a little bit of time here. Cheese coming up. The platform's right there. Can he make it over?
Oh, he made it! I think actually that's a full cycle behind though, because they were so close to entering Black Room. It's good that he didn't miss another one on top of it, but that's going to be a bit of a lead for Monkley heading into Dash. Both players with some manipulation of the cycles in the next room. I don't think we're going to see any problems. They didn't go too early, so we'll be just riding these platforms up the Dash just now.
Yeah, and with these platform cycles here, they're going to be entering a cutscene skip. This is something that both of these players have been practicing for a while. There is a new cutscene skip that you can do to stack cutscenes in the BRB area, but both of these players, knowing how close they are to one another, just want to stick with what they're comfortable with. So we will see both of these players going with the traditional cutscene skip here. So we're going to see Monkley here save, start a save anywhere, place the orb down, and wait for the orb to go on the pedestal before he levels up Spirit Magnet.
Wow, and look at these experience routes for both these guys. Monkley 4 experience away, Cheese 7 experience away. So Cheese is gonna take 6 more frames to level up at the end of the Frankie walk, so it's another little advantage for Monkley.
Yeah, and actually, so Monkley with a very nice dash time here. He's actually a little bit more worried about Cheese's early game than he is the late game. So with Cheese's enter Ginso split when he enters the first dungeon, and his PB is actually around Monkley's sum of best. So Monkley probably going to be feeling pretty nice here with at least staying pace with Cheese and even a little bit ahead in the early game.
Yeah. Cheese's early game is just absolutely so impressive to me. I mean, he's right now sitting at 31.09, but his early game is definitely the kind of pace that you could get a 29-minute time out of. So Cheese is just really great in the early game, and it's a good showing from Monkley too to be taking the lead from him in this section. So Monkley now at the end of the Frankie walk here, he's got to kill his Frankie, level up at the top here. Look how fast that level up is. We can count those extra 6 frames on Cheese, but let's watch Monkley going through the Death Gauntlet. He can't take any extra damage here. Can't get clipped by the Frankie or anything. He'll die. So he's opting to kill all of the stuff on the wall here so he can get up safely. We'll see if Cheese goes for that as well. He does. Neither player opted for the Death Glide in this race.
Yeah, and both of these players making it through to the energy just fine, and they're going to be going to the early grotto cycle, and now Cheese can make up some time if Monkley misses this, as he can save or lose 9 seconds for Monkley on the right side here.
Here he goes. Good movement across. Oh, that was so close. Cheese on the left side. Can he get the cycle?
Oh, he misses it as well. Okay, so now we have a tie. Well, not a tied race, but Cheese does not regain the lead, but he can gain it here. So Monkley is going to be going for a ghost door, and he actually utilizes the Frankie for the death, which is a little further away from the spider.
He gets the spider shot though.
Nice. So Cheese actually goes also with the spider shot here. So nicely done.
Yeah, so even if Monkley was intending to go for the Frankie there, he managed to eat the spider shot anyways, so nice move. And he's got to be feeling good here. Gets a really quick menu there on his double jump blind movement. And we won't know for a moment here how this blind movement is going. I'm not seeing any damage, so he didn't fall in the water. We'll have to see how Cheese's goes. Kind of flubbed the dash glide at the start there, but amazing blind movement from Monkley. Already almost to the left wall at the time the camera catches up. And Cheese as well. Not quite as good, but definitely very solid there. So both runners playing really well through this early game.
Yeah, and as they come here to pick up the 4th energy cell of 5 that they're going to have in this run, Monkley is going to be going to Grotto Skip. And he has not missed this yet in a race, so let's see if he gets it here. And he gets it first try.
That was so fast too, not even landing on top of the platform. Cheese going for the same setup and does not get it. He has to take another jump, get up there again, and flubbing a jump as well. So Cheese giving just Monkley a couple seconds here and there, but there's a lot of opportunities for big deaths later or big trick failures that could flip this lead back, and Monkley's going to have to be vigilant if he wants to hold on to the little bit of an advantage that he's built through this early game.
Yep, this double jumping movement is just very precise, and you can gain or lose a pretty large amount of time as we see Cheese kind of just a little bit of mistakes here coming from him that like could just second by second, Monkley could just keep growing his lead.
Yeah, and this is just a really good play out of Monkley. He's got to be feeling good right now. He just PB'd with that 30-59, I think, earlier today, after having pulled off a 31-11 just before that. So, man, these runners just trading bops with each other on the leaderboards, trading, such close race times. It's just amazing. Monkley has got to be feeling good in this position of this race, getting through Grotto here. Both players grabbing this Grotto teleporter really quick to lead that layer and hitting on to the Ginso tree.
Yep, and so we'll see both of these players leveling up. We can see Monkley on the right here, leveling up and going to be grabbing an ability cell at the top here so that he can perform a terror break. Having a little bit of a mistake there, falling down just a little bit, but losing maybe only a second. But we'll see Cheese coming up really fast. This is showing his prowess in the early game of being able to, catch up just a little bit on Monkley.
Yeah, now one thing I'm concerned about is I think Cheese might have taken some damage post-level up here, so if he gets hit by one of these spinners, he's going to be in trouble. He flashed his UI in for a second, so he's very well aware of his health. He does not take any damage on the way in. Nice. Oh, plays it safe actually on the way out, not going for the dash glide over the spikes, but rather just waiting for them to pass and going under. So a little nervous about dying perhaps, but he's on to the Ginso tree now. Both players are going to pretty much be watching this door cutscene at the same time. Monkley steps in just as Cheese puts the water vein into the Ginso tree.
Yeah, so Monkley with a 12:21. That's actually 19 seconds ahead of his PB that he got today, but 10 seconds behind his previous PB that he had. That was the 31:11. So Monkley with a very good pace, and Cheese just keeping up as well.
Yep, so both players going through these jumping sections of the Ginso tree. Oh, Monkley misses a dash glide, and he's actually fallen, but he's... Oh my gosh, this is so close. They're on the same platforms. Monkley has to deal with these weird gamer cycles.
Oh my god.
He's ahead of it.
This is incredible. Both of them are going this top route.
Oh, they're so close right now. Same room, same jumps.
Monkley taking a little bit of a lead there. Very nicely done with a little bit better movement past the spider. And both of these players going to be entering the next puzzle room at the same time.
Yep. And at this point, we just have to wait, and the lead can't shift anymore. They've spawned projectiles, during the portal room section. So Monkley still ahead. They both got to push this thing through. Not much they can do here. And now we're coming up on a place where we could see the lead shift, the mini boss. It spawns in random places. You can tell where it is if you can see it for one frame. Both players going to be trying to get hits in sync. They both get 10 hit cycles at the start. I can't believe it. That's so good.
Monkley's second cycle was 10 hits as well. Oh, but he misses it on the third cycle.
Wow, 10 hits is what you need to get the optimal 4 cycle. That's insanely hard to do, but looks like it's going to be 5 for Monkley and 5 for Cheese as well. Both, oh my gosh, Monkley taking different spikes intentionally to damage himself down. I think Cheese also intentionally damaging himself down during that fight so that they're set up for this next ghost door, but still mere seconds separating these runners as they come into the bash tree.
Just one keystone grab away, and this is just pretty insane as we go towards bash here.
Yeah. Oh, and Cheese with a little bit better movement there.
Oh.
Actually, he's ahead. Who's ahead? I can't tell. No, it's Monkley. It's still Monkley.
It is just
that's
barely
gotta be tied.
We have a tie race going into bash here, and so talking a little bit about a bash movement, we're gonna see a small variation that actually does add up maybe a second or two for these players. So Monkley gonna be coming up here. He's gonna be breaking this wall, and then as he sets up for a key duplication, we're going to see Monkley go for this top platform here. So he's going to try to kill this slime as Cheese is going to save on the bottom, as you can see. So Monkley able to save up top. That's going to save him a second.
Oh! He get a save off before the shot came down, so that actually loses him a fair bit of time. But he will spawn up higher, so this lead that Cheese appears to have is not as big as you might think. Monkley will be a platform higher when he respawns. But Cheese is now in the lead.
It is, in fact, a lead for Cheese. So Monkley having just a small mistake there. We can see these small mistakes add up for these players. But hopefully, they'll be able to get their 4 keys in and get this next hyperspeed. Oh, neither player.
They both missed the hyperspeed. Monkley could have caught back up if he had gotten it, but they both missed it. I really got to say that was a great adaptation. During the key back for Monkley, not taking a death there as he missed the save, managing to get back on the platform, get the save down, because that would have been catastrophic if he had died. Cheese jumping through the door, just 3 or 4 seconds ahead of Monkley, and they're both going to be teleporting into the swamp entry now.
I'm talking a little bit about both of these players' swamp entries. So in the tournament, both of these players have not failed their swamp entry. In Cheese's old PB and Monkley's old PB, they both failed at one time. And remember, those were more recent than their races. So we'll see if either player gets nervous here, as they will also both be skipping this cutscene here.
Yep, and not even just the speed of, or rather the success rate of swamp entry matters, but the speed at which they do it could be a big determining factor. Cheese is going to opt to place a safety save, manages to get the frog cleanly over the poison.
No save from Monkley.
Cheese missed the double bash. He had to climb up there manually, so Monkley making up a little bit of time. Monkley gets that double bash. Both now going double bash setup.
Oh, Monkley's shot going through.
Oh, Cheese missed the double bash, though. He's got to go back up. Monkley's shots are phasing through the floor. I hope he does not get that on the upper one. Cheese has broken into swamp.
Monkley getting hit by the shot. That is very unfortunate for Monkley, but he does not die. Oh my god, the pickup animation. The shot almost hit him after the animation finished, but Monkley with a nice recovery as Cheese here getting a hyper speed going towards the stomp tree.
Okay, Monkley getting a save down. He took damage from that shot. I do believe he's still going to have the health to do a damage boost up to Swamp, or up to Stomp rather, like CheeseLover just did, but Cheese opening up a little bit of a lead, coming into the Stomp tree, but pretty dominant 7:20 something or other time here. So, wow, this is amazing. Monkley jumping up to Stomp as well. High five. Normally we see those high fives a little bit more separated, but it's right at the tree. They're just smacking each other's hands, saying, no, I'll be there soon.
Yeah, and in this next split, this is a very technical split for both of these players. For Kuro cutscene skip, Monkley missed this once in a race against Poogle. Cheese has not yet missed it in a race, so we'll see how he does there. And even if both players get it, that could be kind of an interesting little piece of time that Monkley could catch up, because Cheese will be getting the 5th health here.
Yes, that's right. Monkley,
Monkley
fell into the water. He has a save right there, though, so he's down 2 health, but he should be okay still here. Nice bash up, get to the frog, and Cheese grabs that Kuro cutscene skip, no problem. He's not going to take the time loss. Monkley, he needs to get this, or he's going to be slipping, 30 plus seconds behind here. So he's got the save down. He's coming in on the Kuro cutscene skip. It's a precise position. He's got to buffer a bash against this frog shot. Just
nicely done.
Gets it, and now Cheese on the 5th energy grab. He's got to get out of here. These spikes will kill him in 1 hit if he takes a hit, but he is through, damage boosting past those spikes, and he is on his way to the charge flame. Here comes Monkley. 1-shot spikes below for him. Spider shot is there. He bashes up. He damage boosts, and he is through charge flame area as well.
So as we see there, Monkley gaining just a small amount of time. He's actually going to be getting a health later, but right now, both of these players still very close at the charge flame tree. Cheese with like a 1910, 1911 charge flame. This is very insane from him. Better than his previous races, and only 5 or 6 seconds off of his PB.
Yeah, and this is actually super interesting. Monkley's PB is about 10 seconds better than Cheese's, and Cheese is about 10 seconds ahead of Monkley in this race right now. So if Monkley can make up that 10-second difference in the late game, we could be tied going to the end, but anything can happen here. There's huge potential for time losses. These guys have to pull off all these tricks coming up to precision, or we're going to be in for a world of hurt.
And now Cheese going to the stomp peg here. We're going to see a little variation here. Cheese is going to be bashing this frog up, and that way Ori can go up. Monkley also having recently learned that Cheese taking 3 damage there. He's only at 2 health right now. He's going to have to be very careful. But Monkley going to try this as well. Not as well versed in it as Cheese, but gets it as they go into fast stompless.
Yeah, Cheese is going to drop a safety save there. He's not comfortable being at 2 health. That'll heal him up to 4, and it'll prevent him from dying back to the spirit tree. But that energy is significant. Spending energy on saves in this part does lose you time.
And neither player has missed their fast stompless so far this tournament, so we'll see how they do here. Cheese's shot looks very good. We'll see if he can get to the cell in time.
Yep, this lower spider's cooperating. Monkley's shot, it looks pretty good to me. It might be a little high, but I think it will.
Monkley with the damage boost, he doesn't usually do that. Oh
and
my
okay,
god!
nice. The shot hit. I think he didn't like what his spider was doing there, and he just made the snap decision to say, I can't bash there. I need to use my health to go up the spikes. He's mousing his health. He's at 1 right now. Cheese is mousing his energy because he's down in energy because of that safety save. What are these guys going to do? Are they going to stop to place a save on the teleporter? Cheese is going up.
It looks like Cheese is.
And he will.
Monkley might as well.
He might, but if he skips it,
Monkley is
skip
not.
It. The save heals him to 3, so he can still take a bird hit. I really like this decision from Monkley. Monkley's got the rocket jump up first because of that long...
he didn't make it all the way up, unfortunately.
He's got to climb the wall. Cheese is still ahead.
He's also going to be grabbing the energy here to refill his energy. She's having a little bit of trouble on Sorrow Bash here. There's a double bash method that he's using. She's taking some damage, but the 5 health paying off.
Oh my gosh,
Cheese.
he's alive. Oh,
Monkley's bird.
Spot. He's trying to double bash to fix it, but he can't. The bird's down and he's back.
Oh, Monkley didn't save at the top either, unfortunately. This is pretty unfortunate for Monkley as Cheese making his way into Sorrow. Gonna be making a safety save before these spikes in Sorrow as well.
Yeah, and that's a good decision. He was down health because of the damage on Sorrow Bash. Monkley coming up to his next Sorrow Bash attempt now. Bird position looks great. He is through. That's a painful time loss he took there, but oh, Cheese, okay, wisely not going for the Ghost Door because he's out of health. Monkley, oh man, missed a bit of that rocket jump there. He's got to get through Sorrow fast because Cheese is already up the charge jump. This is the biggest difference we've seen between our racers so far, but man, Monkley, he can catch up fast. He's a monster in the late game.
Yeah, he's not going to be taking a safety save here either, and remember, he's at 4 health, so he's going to have to be very, very careful as he makes it through these spikes, and he does make it through. So Monkley here, he's actually probably going to save at this tree and then start his save anywhere at the tree to get ready for his Terror Break, which Cheese is doing right now.
Yep, Cheese taking a bit of time to set up that Terror Break. I'm curious to what his laser cycles are going to be like here. Oh, he gets past the first one. He has to wait on the second, though. It was in the way, so good job from Cheese. They're not taking the death. Monkley is going to go through these spikes with the save anywhere up. This is super scary. They can one-shot him, and you can't really see all that well, but he's getting through. He's throwing in some dashes. He's got his level up in there, and he is into the Terror Break. How are his lasers? He can float straight past, so he's catching up a little bit of time here, but it's still definitely a big lead for Cheese at this time.
Yeah, very nicely done from Monkley. Remember, this is one of those disadvantages of 5 health. Cheese having to take 2 hits there, messing up his laser cycles while Monkley didn't get it, and they are now at the Sunstone together. And Monkley's going to be having his UI on here, as you can see in the background, because that is his visual cue for when he gets the Sunstone.
Yeah, you don't want to save too early. If you save too fast upon picking up the Sunstone, you will actually not be able to get it, and you will not even be able to complete the game on that file. So making sure that that doesn't happen, that's what he does. He sees it there, he does the reload, and it looks to me like we're facing about a 20-second difference as of the Sunstone. So, man, this is really close. It's hard to place saves in this area because you want to be all of your energy on charge dashes, especially when the race is this close. So, one slip up, one death could top the lead back in Monkley's favor, but Cheese has had a very nice Misty so far. No damage, no dropped energy as far as I can tell, so he's doing well. Monkley dropping down. Oh, his
meteor kick was kind of towards the right, so he wanted to make sure that he didn't fall down valley there.
Yeah, but he's onto his Misty now. Cheese, I mean, it looks like he's pretty far ahead, but with how fast we can now move through this area, the difference is only just a few seconds at the moment. Oh, and another kind of off rocket jump from Monkley. Oh. He's got to go again. He's down one.
His energy, he's out of energy now. This is really important
too. Oh man, oh that's gonna slow him down through this section. He's gonna have to stop and take another energy. Won't be able to charge dash for a little bit here, so Cheese is definitely gonna open up a little bit more of a lead heading to climb now.
Yep, so Cheese getting to the climb tree here. There is still a lot of Misty Woods left, and this is some very technical movement now that they have nearly all the skills in the game.
25 minutes flat. Cheese lands at that climb tree. Monkley is going to be working his way in there as fast as he can, but I'm guessing, you know, about 20 to 30 second difference between the Pirates now, so it's going to be hard to make up. Monkley basically just has to play as well as he can and hope for Cheese to make a mistake somewhere, but man, wow, this late game is still super, super close.
Yeah, Cheese has to be very careful here. You know, any death that he takes here could just propel Monkley into the lead. And so as he's going, taking some damage there, he cannot get hit from spikes right now.
Yeah, spikes will kill him. He has a ways to go before he can make a save, but it looks like he's managed to get down. Is he gonna save right away? He will. So he pauses to make that save. His energy when the UI turned on there for a second looks a little low to me too, so we'll see how he manages with this. He gets both of those magneted. He's heading up through the meatball corridor.
Rock.
Now,
no, he charge jumps actually.
Okay, so this opens up some more time. Monkley can save it. Monkley plays this part really aggressive.
Monkley taking 3 damage. Oh my god, that is
smokes.
very dangerous. He hopefully will save near this 4th keystone as well.
He's watching the stream though. Okay, he does place the save now.
Oh, he doesn't get the energy. He's
That's
just
not-
going for it.
And the thing too is his save went while the crystal was dead. He did this in a previous race as well and ran into troubles because of it. If he dies, that energy will not respawn, so he'll just be equally down on energy, and the stuff all still one-shots him. Oh, Cheese takes a hit from the spikes on the way out, so he is still in one-shot range as well. He should be able to get through these last few enemies. Oh man, Monkley, the boss can kill him in one hit. He goes for bang slam. He doesn't quite get
he
him,
misses
but he's
it.
still alive.
Okay, alright, he makes it through, but still, very unfortunate from Monkley. That energy deficit really costing him, precious seconds in this race as Cheese is now teleporting back to BRB.
Yeah, and man, Cheese's Misty was really good. He's down to 2 health here, but his teleport gives him a checkpoint, so he's not going to be too worried, and he does a few saves during this part, so his health is not much of a concern. He's got the lead going to Light Grenade, but man, there's still a few tricks coming up in the front which could just turn things on their head, and wow, I can't believe how close this is.
This is an insane race right now from Cheese, so we want to make sure that Cheese makes these laser cycles, so he's going to be dashing across here, gets the Yoka cycle very nicely, and he's going to be saving here with 3 energy left, so making it through the old-fashioned father cutscene.
Yep, no problems with that movement at all for him, and he had a good laser cycle on the way in, so he'll be able to get the fast cycle on the way out. Monkley gets hit by a dropping slime in this section, but it's not really a big deal. Damage isn't too much of a threat here, so much as the instant kill lasers are. Cheese has got a grenade. Monkley going for the God cycle here. He grabs it. Yoka cycle, thank you very much. He'll be charge dashing up, and we'll see another high five like we did at Stomp. Grenade tree once again. The runners meet on the cutscene area. Cheese heading out, quick for Kindle on that, so in case he does take a death here, he'll be okay. But let's see how
the
Cheese
laser
goes. Oh, okay, he hits the wall there.
Oh, trying to rocket jump up there using the slime, but unfortunately the slime moving its way up the wall a little bit too much, so a little chance for Monkley to catch up time. So Cheese is going to be grabbing this 6th health of his. Remember, he got a 5th health earlier. Grabbing a 6th health here and teleporting out to go towards Mount Horu.
Monkley beats that laser cycle and gets his slime rocket jump. He's trying to claw back every little bit of time he can. He needs all of it right now. He's going to grab this 5th health cell. Cheese lost an energy there, but he should have plenty for this section. He's got his rocket jump up. He's heading over to Horu Fields. Monkley teleporting in behind him, going as fast as he can. Cheese still in the lead, trying to close this one out. He's going to Horu. What's going to happen next?
Alright, so we're going to see Monkley here. So before this race, he told me that he was going to get the 6th health. He is also watching the race. Is he going to skip this health? We will see. She's coming towards Horu now. Gonna have to be very quick on his door warp attempts.
Okay, Monkley still grabs the health. I can understand this. When your nerves are going in the final swim, it can be really hard to get it first try, and that health won't catch him up alone. He basically needs to count on Cheese either having trouble with the door warp right now or having trouble in the final escape. Here's Cheese's door warp. If he can press up
first door warp, he doesn't get it. He has not gotten first door warp this tournament. His best is 3rd try so far, so Monkley is now caught up.
Monkley's coming in. Cheese's door warp. He gets it on the 3rd try. Monkley's at the door cutscene. If he can get it first try, he'll almost be tied coming into this last escape. Here comes Monkley's door.
Monkley doesn't get it for the first try.
Cheese
now starting his
2nd try door with Monkley.
Monkley going to need to rely on a mistake from Cheese here to clinch out this race, but they are starting the escape. Cheese just maybe 5 or 6 seconds ahead here.
Cheese's cutscene is done. He's into the escape. Neither player can afford any damage. They need all of their health for that final swim. Everything does too much damage here. They get hit all.
Yep, and now Cheese coming down. He dashes or stomps all the way down and making it through. So that is very scary as he goes into this water section.
Monkley dropped an extra energy at his start of his escape. He only meant to spend 3, but here comes Cheese's swim. He gets 3 hits before the first fish. He's through. He has 1 health left. Monkley only has half an energy remaining for his final grenade jump. 1 chance is all he gets.
Oh, Cheese with a little
bonk
bonk
on
there.
the rocket jump. He's got to get up into the great grenade jump position. It's super precise. He has to nail this 1 frame input right now, and he gets it.
Cheese gets grenade jump.
He's
What
done
an
it.
incredible race as Monkley here, following shortly after. Can he get grenade jump? And Monkley
First try.
Oh, Sigma, what an incredible race.
I am in disbelief at how close that race was. We didn't get the lead changes, but they were so close. Monkley just always biting at Cheese's heels through the late game. So close to catching up, but Cheese said no, I won't let you have any opportunity to catch up. Just made small mistakes, but nothing big enough for Monkley to make it up any ground, and Cheese finishes in first place with a 31-33 time. That's so good, beating his best race time. Monkley beating his best race time 11 seconds back with a 31-44. I am flabbergasted.
11 seconds apart. That is the closest race we have had this tournament, and that has lived up to all of our expectations.
Wow.
Oh, man. I can't believe how close that race was, Sigma.
I am lost for words at the moment. So, holy smokes.
Yeah, and both of these players now being able to wind down, just that is incredible play from both of these players. What a close race.
Wow. I think everybody watching that, just take a deep breath, because I haven't been able to breathe for the last 31 minutes and 44 seconds. So let's just take it easy for a moment here.
Yeah. CheeseLover and Monkley, remember, both of these players in the last tournament had an incredibly close matchup all the way up to Misty Woods when Monkley unfortunately took a death. Now, this tournament, both players bringing it out all the way to the end, and Monkley catching a second seed with a 31-44. That is an incredible time for a second seed.
Alright, and I think our racers are ready. We'll get to talk to them shortly. And we are joined indeed by both CheeseLover and Monkley. An amazing show.
Low and 2. I want to say, of all things to kill it, Tharo Bash was really not but GG, man. GG.
Yeah.
That's an incredible race from both of you, Cheese. I'm not sure I asked you before, but were you watching that race?
Yeah, well, I had it like on my left, like not in my instant eyesight, but if I had like a 5-second break or whatever, I'd look over and check where we were at, and most of it there, especially at door warp, I knew I missed that twice, and it looked like he was about 10 seconds behind me. I'm just like, I have to play this escape perfectly, because I had no idea like how, because there was still that delay, so I just had to go all out.
Yeah, I missed door warp once, so.
So, Cheese, I have a question for you. After your first and second attempts at door warp, just, what was going through your mind there, and just, what were you thinking? Like, did you think you were going to make a mistake at all in that escape?
I'd practiced my escape quite a lot recently because like just trying to get my energy amount. I always wanted to have a few spare energy, but I was trying to nail down where I can spend it and all that. So I'd practiced it quite a bit recently. So I was confident in that. It was just getting through door warp that had me a bit sweating at the end there.
Now, heading into Valley, you had 3 damage taken, and you placed a safety save at the bottom of the bird shaft. What were your thoughts there, Cheese?
So I no matter what, because I'd already taken the 5th hell cell, I knew that I wanted to go into Sorrow Bash with 5 HP. So I was contemplating not doing a safety save and then I was either going to do that safety save there that I did, and then if I use a save instead of going up to the teleporter again, to the left and grab the 2 energy after that. But I'm like not as confident when I come from that way. I prefer to just go straight up like I did. I think I did. So I just decided to save on the teleporter and take it safe, just to guarantee not failing completely.
Well, that decision really paid off for you, because I do think you did take a spike hit during Zorobash, and that was really the critical moment of the run. You managed to pull into a bit of a lead.
That's pretty cool.
To know it was so close.
Monkley, with your fast stomp list too, where
Yeah.
you were worried about that. You took the damage boost to the right side, which you do not normally do.
No, I don't. So when I went on the way up, the second spider you bash off of got a shot off, and I'm like, if that hits the spider down there, I am gonna flip. And then, you know, I saw him swinging, which was really just his normal swing, but I went into panic mode, so I was like, we're going for the spikes. I'm getting this, you know. And I knew I was still at 4 health, so I could take a hit. You know, on the other hand, I had considered taking the 5th HP earlier by the spider sack, and that wouldn't have saved me even so, because I was going into Sorrow low health. I still wouldn't have had enough HP. But, oh well.
Yeah,
Gave
you
us
almost
quite a
managed to save that Zorobash there too. You almost got the bird in a good position,
Oh,
but it's so hard when it hits the roof like that. Man,
Yeah.
it's rough.
Now, like, I kind of expect to drop double bash here and there. You know, those things kind of happen. But like to bonk in the roof and just have him in that weird position. What happened? Was he too far right and he hit the spikes on the wall? Is that what ended it up?
I think when you tried to double bash him off the roof, and when you grabbed him again, because you had to grab him fast so that he didn't just hit the spikes when you bashed him, of course.
Yep.
But he, I think, immediately ate the spikes on the left side on that second double bash, just
Oh.
because he was a little too close to that, and then there's nothing you can do from there, pretty much. Just it's so hard to recover that. You almost managed it, but man,
Yeah.
that was tough.
When I thought he was just gonna hit the spikes down low and immediately die, and when I got him there, I was like, "Ooh, there's a chance." And then I just tried to end it real fast and get back to my save. Swamp entry. What the hell?
That first shot did not want to cooperate with you one little bit.
What did it phase like 3 times? And then I messed up the angle on the other one, and then I took the hit, which I've been like in PB attempts. I've been so careful not to do. I've been like bashing really low on the wall to just get myself kind of over there. And then this time I just caught it.
Yeah, that was scary. And then you picked up the cell and like had the ability cell animation right next to the frog, and I was worried it was gonna be able to hit you from that, but you managed to like take care of business and get through still. But
That was frightening. Yeah. I thought like, oh well, I'll have the invincibility when he started shooting, and I'm like, oh, it might end.
I also wanted to ask you about your feelings about the energy crystal next to that 4th keystone in Misty, because that one betrayed you last race that I watched as well, and this time it was just barely out of magnet range once again. You were low energy for the last part of Misty.
Was that the 4th one? Yeah. I didn't manage to magnet. Last time I picked him up, but then I took a death. So, but my save was after the crystal was broken, but before I'd picked it up. So the energy was gone. And this time, I mean, same thing, except I didn't take a death. I just didn't get close enough. I even tried to like feather up there a little bit. It was like, come on, get it through the floor. No such luck. Overall, I'm happy with the run, but there was just, I mean, looking at my splits now to see like the deltas against PB, I can see where the spaghetti was. It was nothing horrendous, but it was just enough to, you know.
Well, I want to go back to Cheese for a moment, and of course, both of you guys crushed your previous best race times in the tournament, with like both getting 31s. Absolutely incredible to see. And I think, Cheese, this actually moves you up like a fair bit in the bracket seedings among the first seeds. I think you actually bopped Village.
Yeah, I've just checked, and I'm 9th now apparently. So Villagen has to beat my time to get ahead of me. So he's gone down to 11th.
Well, I don't envy him for that. He's got to race Hobbs, and he has to race your Ghost at a 31-33 in this next race.
Indeed. Yeah, there was a one major thing that really annoyed me was the orb drop where I collect 100 XP because I'm so careful to not grab it too early if I think the spider shot's going to hit me, but instead of that happening, it just completely fell down. So that kind of triggered me early game, which I think made my entire early game worse than I normally should. I was like plus 30 by Ginso, so that
What
kind of
was your
tilted me. But then
Ginso
I
time?
can't remember. Must have been 12:31 if it was plus 30 or
Oh,
12:30.
all right. Damn, your Ginso and your PB is fast, man.
Yeah, Cheese's early game is incredible. I wish I could get hire Cheese to play the early game for me, and I could just play the late game.
Seriously,
His paces are so good.
Really,
what's
Cheese.
that gonna run me? Because I was 18 seconds ahead and I had a 12:21. So
Yeah, Cheese, you really did like have, a solid late game as well though there, and managing to keep that lead ahead of Monkley. So nicely done. Congratulations.
yeah, I saw you had the relatively slight lead, and it was never very far, like 30 seconds or so. I thought, like, all right, well, if I can just go full throttle, maybe I can just squeak out the seconds here and there, get 5 seconds here, 10 seconds there, without you making too many big mistakes. And it backfired a little bit. Like I had some spaghetti, but it was the right call, I think.
Yeah, well, you must have been faster in general because I do remember, like, I don't think there was anything too major that lost me time, but I always remember every time I checked back, you just, like, once I got ahead, you like, after Sorrow, every time I checked back, you just slowly got in closer and closer. That's why door warp as well. It's just, it's way too tense.
Yeah, that was kind of my plan, was to just barely catch up like that, but didn't quite come out like that. But oh well.
Well, we'll have to look at how the bracket falls out once all the seating is said and done. But Monkley, I think you're almost certainly going to be the top of the second seeds with that crazy 31:44. Like that's better, definitely, than a lot of the race times people have put up throughout the tournament. And I can only hope that somehow, some way, you guys manage to meet up in brackets again, because I think we need the rematch round 2.
Oh God, I don't know if I can do this more than once a year.
Yeah, there's always next year.
Yeah, wow. So, man, thanks for watching, everybody. Please watch that again. If you're just coming in, just go watch that. But not just yet, because coming up next, right here on Speed Gaming, we've got Vooligan versus J-Hobbs. We've got a lot of trash talk back and forth between these guys, all in good fun. So they've got a bit of a rivalry going on. We're gonna see a good race. Vula also recently dethroned from the seat that he had going into the bracket by CheeseLover's 31:33. He's got a race against that as well. So there's a lot going on in this next match. It's gonna be exciting. We'll be back with that pretty shortly. So we're gonna go to a break, and we'll see you guys there.